Namaskar and a very, very warm welcome to our Community Outreach YouTube channel. I am Neelam Dave once again trying to bring you a wonderful, inspiring personality for all of you. As you all know, we always look up to somebody who has taught us something for life, who has taught us something how to be a great personality in life. And today, I am so privileged and so honored to have Mr. Chandrakant Patel with me here. As you all know, Mr. Chand Patel, fondly called, and I also call him as Chandrakant Uncle. Ji haan, he is the State Bank of Texas owner, along with many, many hotels and motels. It is just not the hotels and motels, it is just not the bank. It is about the dream that he lived. It is about the journey that he lived. It is about the inspiration that he is giving us even today. So, for all of you, and also for me, it's a proud moment to talk to Mr. Chandrakant Patel today about his life, about his journey, about his dreams, and about his inspirations, about his community message. So let's talk to him and also welcome him, Mr. Chandrakant Patel, to Community Outreach Channel. Very good evening to you, sir, and a very, very warm welcome to this channel. And thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Neelam. I'm very happy to be here. I hope I say something people can enjoy.
Of course, of course. So, when you say about a dream, as I said, we all come to this country to live some dream, to do something of our life. You came to this country in 60s, so tell us something about your childhood days, where you were born, and what was that moment that you wanted to do something and you wanted to go to USA for that?
Sure. I was born in Mumbai
Mm-hmm.
in 1945, and my father was already living in Mumbai.
Okay.
And in those day and age, it was kind of a rare thing for a person to have a bachelor's degree. So my father had a bachelor's degree from University of Bombay.
Okay.
So he always appreciated value of education.
Education.
So
right.
we are four siblings, two brothers and two sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So his primary goal in life was to educate us as much as we can go further.
Right.
So we enjoyed those blessings, and I became an engineer, graduating from University of Bombay
Okay.
in mechanical engineering. And when I graduated, my dad always wanted me to go to a foreign country, like America,
Right.
because in those days, going to America was
Dream.
was everybody's dream.
Ji.
So luckily, I was admitted by almost all Ivy League schools in those days because I had very good grades. I
Okay.
stood second in University of Bombay in our Bachelor of Engineering exam. So I chose to come to Stanford University for master's program, and I finished my master's degree, and then I moved to Baltimore and went to Johns Hopkins University, got another master's there, and then I started on a PhD program, which I could not finish because of a very lucrative job offer from Dallas,
Okay.
from Braniff International.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. So you came here in 60s.
65.
1965, and as you said that education is the key for any dreams that you got it from your father, from your family, and you decided to come here pursue your education. And so in 60s, I'm sure there were not too many Indians in this country. You being a Stanford University student, you being a smart student, and coming out of that university, what was the first thing on your mind that, okay, I have a degree now, what do I want to do?
Very good question. So when I graduated, the first thing on my mind was to go back.
Okay.
Because before I came to this country, I was with my family
Right.
in one single room,
In Mumbai.
Mumbai, for 6 of us, 4 siblings and parents.
Right.
So I had never left my family.
Family.
So during the first year at Stanford, in those days there were very few Indians
Right.
in America,
Ji.
especially at Stanford, very few.
Yeah.
So I was very homesick. So as soon as I graduated, I wrote a letter to my dad that I'm coming back.
Okay.
So that was the first thing which came to my mind.
Okay.
But then, luckily, my elder sister, was already in America as a married woman
Okay.
in Baltimore. So she told me that, look, if you want to go back, you can, but your father has spent his lifetime savings for your
your
1 year
Yeah.
going to Stanford. $5,000, $3,600 for tuition,
Yeah.
$1,400 for 9 months of expenses.
Right.
So you should earn $5,000, send it back, and then you can go back. So I said that makes sense.
Okay.
So with that in mind, she said, "Look, you are homesick. Come to Baltimore, where I am, and then you come earn $5,000 and you can go back." So I said, "Fine." So I went to Johns Hopkins, found a job, went to evening school in Johns Hopkins. But as soon as I started making money, my mind started changing.
Changing.
So first thing was going back, but then suddenly when I started making few dollars, I said, look, maybe I should reconsider.
Gee.
So that's how I decided to stay here.
Yeah. So once you, as you said that, you have a sense of responsibility that I need to earn money to give it back to my family. And that responsibility comes with little bit of more dreams, more aspirations, more inspirations. And that was your first job, as you said. What was your first job? What were you doing in your first job?
My first job was working as an industrial engineer
Okay.
for a company called Austin Biscuit Company. They sell peanut butter sandwiches in vending machine.
All right.
So I worked for them for about a year or so, and then I switched to a company called Baltimore and Ohio Railroad.
Okay.
Once again, headquartered in Baltimore as a research analyst.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 1968, this Braniff International, which was based in Dallas, made me an offer. So that's when I moved here.
And that's why we are so lucky to have you in Dallas. So
Yeah.
thanks to that company that you moved here. And after that, for many generations, you are our inspiration, sir.
Thank you.
So on that note, you came to Dallas, and as we all know, that Indians, they are in medicine. Indians, they are in everywhere. And back in 70s, you being a Stanford student, you decided to pursue in hotel business. So hotel business, sometimes you have that notion, one kind of notion that people who are not really that studious, they would buy a hotel, they want to do business.
Exactly.
You being so studious, you being so smart, what was that spark that you wanted to become a hotelier?
Once again, very good question. When I went to Stanford,
Okay.
Stanford is in Palo Alto, California, which
Yeah.
is on the Bay Area, 30 miles from San Francisco.
Right.
So during the weekend, I used to visit Patels in San Francisco.
Okay.
So I had some information that they are in hotel business. Now, when I came to Dallas as an employee of Braniff International, we had free flying benefits.
Okay.
So in the weekend, me and my wife Sureka used to fly free in first class to San Francisco
Wow.
once a month, and
Okay.
always visited these hotel owners.
Okay.
And they were very nice enough to share their earnings.
Mhm.
So I always compared what they made with what I was making as a Braniff employee.
Right.
So I was making 30,000 a year, and they were making like 100,000 a year.
Right.
So I told my wife that, look, I am so much educated and I'm only making so much. These guys are not even college graduates,
Yes.
and they are 100,000 a year. So in life, money is almost everything. Not everything, but almost
But
everything.
almost right.
So if I have money, I can do a lot of things. So that every time we flew back from San Francisco with a couple of drinks, I used to tell my wife, man, as soon as I land, I'm going to look for a motel. And every time I have that thing, the next weekend I sit down with all my educated friends in Garland, playing poker and everything, and they would tell me, look, Chan, don't you make that mistake. Life is very good as an educated person, and
Don't go into
they would talk me down. But then it came back and forth few times, and then I said, look, whatever happens, I'm going to take that chance. So on September 15, 1976, I bought my first hotel. That was after 6 years working for Braniff.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was my first hotel. But then I wanted to make sure that I'm successful.
Right.
So for another 2 years, I kept my job at Braniff, and also running the hotel, coming to hotel at lunchtime, doing maintenance work, And then those days I used to teach at Brookhaven Country College.
Okay.
Economics 101.
Right.
So I had three things going.
Wow.
But in 2 years I decided I need to stop all these things. So I resigned from airline. I resigned from teaching job. And then I ventured full time into hotel business.
So you mentioned about the educated friends scaring
Right.
you with the, and it is in everybody, right? We
Right.
all are scared of risk because business is like you should have a risk appetite, as you say, that you know how much risk you are willing to take in your life. In your entire journey of hotels and from hotel to bank, was there a moment of that feeling that why did I do this? Should I go back to job? Or you never looked back?
No, in fact, I'm so happy for what I've done. Currently, if somebody comes to me for an advice, the first thing I teach is financial independence.
Okay.
I said you should not be working for anybody.
Right.
If anything, you should be self-employed. Instead of you getting a pink slip, you should be giving pink slip to others.
Right.
In case it happens.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy with what I have done, but I'm so happy that I preach self-employment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was never a moment that you thought,
Never.
why did I step into this business?
Never.
Why did I leave my career of American Airlines or any other career? And
No.
into this one? So that is what makes you a great leader and a great business person as well, because you should have that confidence. Right. You should have a confidence that what I have done in my life is good for me. With that question, today SBT, as we know, State Bank of Texas, it's not only a Dallas household name, it's a nationwide name.
Right.
So from hotels, motels to banking industry, which is a very, very different industry with many more laws and regulations. What inspired you to do that?
Well, something happened in my life. So I have to go back to my days as a hotel owner.
Okay.
So when I bought this first hotel in 1976, the street on which I bought my first hotel is called Fort Worth Avenue, which is near downtown Dallas.
Right.
So there were 10 other hotels, just like mine. So as soon as I bought this hotel, within 2 years, all the remaining 9 hotels were bought by other Patels.
Wow.
So they all became hotel owners, 10 of us.
Wow.
And we needed a place to bank. So there was a bank on the same street called Trinity National Bank, which was headed by Toby Young. So we all had accounts there and we were doing fine. So one day I get a call from president of the bank and he says, look, Chan, I have Raymond in my office, real name Raman Bhai, from a Gam named Mumbai.
Yeah.
He wants to borrow money to buy a car, and if you will co-sign, I will give him the loan. So I told the president, Toby Young, that okay, go ahead and give the loan. I will co-sign it next time I'm in the bank. So he gives the loan. Next day also I went to deposit and I signed the papers. 2 weeks later I get another call. He says, I have Tom in my office, which is Thakur Bhai, and he wants to buy a car and I will give him a loan if he will co-sign. So I said, fine. So next time I'm in the bank, I will co-sign. So next time I went to the bank, the president was in his office. So I walked into his office. I asked him, Toby, all these guys have never had a bounce check. They are good people. I don't know why you are making me co-sign.
Right.
So his answer was very simple. He says, look, I ran their credit report and it's blank. So they had never borrowed money because all these 9 hotel owners were in this country on blood relationship and they were barely educated.
Right.
But they were hard workers.
Gee.
So when they bought the hotels, they could not even get the loan. So it was all seller finance.
Right.
So when you have a seller finance hotel, nobody checks credit.
Right.
So that's how they become hotel owners. So when these 2 incidences took place, it struck me. I said, look, maybe if I start a bank, it will be good things for both sides, investors as well as the borrowers.
Right.
The borrowers will be able to borrow money and make progress in their life.
Right.
And for the investors, they are good people, so they'll make their payments and they will earn interest or investment returns on their investment.
Right.
So that's how it all started.
Wonderful, wonderful. So now, leader in banking industry, leader in hotel and motel industry. From that to leader of a community. Because I have seen you personally supporting so many temples, so many non-profits, doing so good for your own community members, be it any function or any temple event. Not everybody does that. Not every other businessman I know that does that. What was that feeling about the community that you decided to do or give back to the community?
So we have a saying, Matru Bhumi and Karma Bhumi. So this is my Karma Bhumi. So I always felt that I should give back to this country. So that inspires me to give back. Right. And most of my donations are in the heart disease area because I'm a victim of heart attacks. Okay. I had a heart attack when I was 37. Oh. So since then, whatever I've given is mostly going to research in heart disease. Right. And the other thing I'm doing is I want to promote our culture in this country. True. So one thing I do as a bank is I give lowest interest rate loans to all non-profit organizations. Wow. So currently I have loans in at least 7 temples all over the country. Wow. Like temple in Flushing, New York, temple in Concord, Gayatri Samaj in Houston, temple in Los Angeles. They have very low interest rate loans. Nice. So that way I promote Hinduism. Doesn't mean that I don't give loan to other organizations, right. But people who come to me I give. So this is my way of going, making it, giving back to our Matrubhumi in terms of this. Ji. And of course I make donations in India. I have 2 what we call cath labs, which does test on your heart coronary arteries. Right, right. So that's where I concentrate. Yeah. Wonderful. Now let me ask you something. I have asked you about your business. I have asked you about your community efforts and leaders, and you are a great human being. Because not, as I said, not every businessman is a great community leader, along with being a great human being. You have achieved fame, you have achieved popularity, money, good family. What is that one thing at this point of your life that you still wish that you have in your life? Anything that you wish that you had in your life earlier or you still did not get it? Well, in Gujarati they say Santosh. Santosh. Yeah. Not having any more desires. Ji, ji. So being a human being, it's hard to achieve that state. So you always have more some desires. Yes. So currently my project is to develop a what is known as I have named it Surti Patidar village. I'm developing a 5-acre community. Oh, very nice. Which is going to have a village environment not far from our SLPS hall. Okay. So that project is in the works. So that's one thing. But more important than that is my wish is that I hope someday I don't get a call and somebody says on the other end that your wife had an accident or your son had an accident, so forth. So that's my wish. Good health for everybody. Of course. And as you said, after everything in your life, it's a saturation point probably. Yes. Somewhere, right? Somehow, somewhere. When I talk about desires and saturation point and your wishes, any regret in life, because you have never looked back, because you have been a very successful person in every way, in every areas of your life, but still anything that you wish that you had never not done in your life? Of course, people look at me as a very successful businessman, but I have also lost money. Okay. In some businesses. Okay. So I had a chemical company in Illinois, okay, where I lost millions of dollars, but with God's grace, I'm back. Yes. So those are things after the fact that I wish I did not invest. Yes. Yes. But if something like that happens in your first investment, then
You get disappointed.
if disappointed, it's hard to get up again. But luckily, it happened in my life when I had lot of other income,
Okay.
so I could take it. So that's why I advise people that if you are making your first investment, you should be extra conservative,
True.
because that is your first chance, and if you fail, you're done.
You're done.
Right.
True.
But I want to extend your question. You asked me, is there anything that you wish you did not do?
Yes.
But if you ask me, is there anything that I wish I did?
Okay.
Two things. One is music.
Oh.
I wish I had learned how to play harmonium.
Okay.
You know, I've tried it several times and joined classes,
Uh-huh.
but can't make it. Maybe I'm too old. But I'll tell you, I consider Sangeet or music as the biggest stress reliever.
True. Absolutely.
And that's my thing that I wish I did. And from a business point of view, I wish I had learned Spanish.
Okay.
So those are the two things I miss.
You wished.
But it's too late.
But even to talk like that at this age and
Yeah.
the way you have been aggressive, I think you are not late. I know you. You have been very, very
Yeah.
passionate about what you have done in your life.
Yeah.
One thing you would attribute to your success. Just one thing. I know we have many
Yeah.
factors, but one thing that you would like to give credit.
Delegation of authority.
Okay.
Because a lot of people go in business and they do nickel and dime management,
Okay.
and therefore they never make progress.
True.
The reason I have been able to expand whatever level I have is because of delegation of authority. So people who work for me, I never question them. I give them authority to make decisions.
True.
I do not question them. I look for results. So for example, currently we have 100 employees in our bank.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 11 locations. For example, I have a branch in Richardson, branch in Garland. The last time I went to Garland branch was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Last time I went to Richardson was 1 year ago. And that was only to attend somebody's stand-off. Yeah. So that's the way I operate.
Empowering them.
Empowering them. Because unless you empower a person, he doesn't have the incentive to produce.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So that's how I have done it. Like we are 2.7 billion in deposits right now.
Wow.
And my sons are smarter than I am. Right now I spend more time in this office than my both sons do. They are hardly here for 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, always on the phone making deals.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I questioned them. I said, look, how are you going to run this bank? He says, well, you're already watching what we are doing. Look at our results. And so they are so productive. And of course, this day and age, because of the phone, it is very convenient.
Efficient.
Very efficient. Productivity has gone up. But I'm an old timer.
Yes.
So I like to spend some time in the bank.
Because you are Gujarati, you are proud of our
Yeah.
Indian community. તમે ગુજરાતી છો અને આ ઇન્ટરવ્યુમાં હું ગુજરાતીમાં ના બોલું તો કદાચ મારા ગુજરાતી શ્રોતાઓને ખોટું લાગી જાય.
Sure.
કારણ કે તમે ખાલી ઇન્ડિયન્સ માટે ગુજરાતીઓ માટે નહીં પરંતુ એક ભારત દેશના માટે પણ એક ગર્વની વાત છે જ્યારે આપણે એનઆરઆઈની વાત કરીએ. આજકાલ એટલી બધી પરિસ્થિતિ ચાલી રહી છે આપણા ઇન્ડિયા માટે, ઇન્ડિયાના યુથ માટે, અહીંયા જે છે એ લોકો માટે ટ્રબલ. એક મેસેજ તમે કંઈ આપવા માંગશો યુથને કે who has been here with many inspirations and dreams and they are disappointed with all this current situation. Any message for them?
Yes, I think they should follow what the Parsis did.
Okay.
When they landed in India, એ લોકોએ કહ્યું હતું કે જેવી રીતે દૂધમાં સાકર ભળી જાય છે તેવી રીતે અમે ભળી જશો. અને એ લોકોએ એવું જ કરીને બતાવ્યું આવવાનું.
True.
અને that produced J.R.D. Tata. તો આપણે પણ આ કમ્યુનિટીમાં ભળી જવાનું છે. આપણા રીત રિવાજો પાડો, પણ તમારે રસ્તા પર એનું પ્રદર્શન કરવાનું નથી.
Exactly.
તમે જે કંઈ કરો તે તમારા એરિયામાં કરો, એરિયા મિનિંગ કે ઘરમાં કરો,
જી જી
અથવા તો તમારું કલ્ચરલ સેન્ટર તેમાં કરો. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ અમારો સમાજ છે તો અમારું એક બી ફંક્શન રસ્તા પર નહીં થાય.
વેરી ગુડ.
સો આપણે આ કમ્યુનિટીનો આભાર માનવાનો છે અને આપણે એ કમ્યુનિટીને જીતી લેવાની છે. શું એટલે આપણે એ લોકો સાથે ભળી જવાનું છે અને યુ ડોન્ટ નીડ ટુ સેક્રિફાઈસ. શું આપણે બધા રિવાજો આપણે પાડી શકીએ છીએ.
એટલે આઇસોલેટેડ એરિયા,
એક્ઝેક્ટલી
ડેઝિગ્નેટેડ એરિયા.
આપણે દાખલા કે હિન્દુ ટેમ્પલમાં આપણે બધું કરીએ છીએ તો બધું આપણી પ્રોપર્ટી પર કરીએ છીએ. ભલા આપણે ઉત્સવો ઉજવીએ છીએ, આપણે રસ્તા પર જતા નથી. એટલે એ આપણે શીખવાનું છે. એટલે આ પારસી લોકોનો જ એક્ઝામ્પલ તમારે લેવાનો છે. એઝ સિમ્પલ એઝ
Be in Rome as
Right.
like when you are in Rome, do as Romans do.
Exactly.
Very good message.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm so honored to have Mr. Chandrakant
Yeah.
Patel for our community outreach. And as I said, you are just not a business leader, sir. You are just
Thank you.
not an entrepreneur. You are also an inspirational leader for all of us, for many generations. We came here after many years. You came, but I think you started that path that we all are following now. And thank you for being here in Dallas. Thank you for being our leader.
Thank you.
For being our inspiration for so many viewers of our FunAsia radio. Once again, thank you so much for giving us your time and giving us your inspiration.
Anytime. I'm very happy to be interviewed. I'm honored actually, to be honest with you. And hopefully our community, my biggest message is છેલ્લા ક્વેશ્ચનનો પારસી લોકોનો એક્ઝામ્પલ લો
જી,
અને you have done it. So,
very nice. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Uncle. And as once again, Mr. Chandrakant Patel, as we all know, Mr. Chan Patel, a dreamer, an inspiration, a leader whom we all look up to. Once again, thank you so much for watching us. Namaskar.
yeah.